All right. Are we to have tablets or today?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. The Committee on Public Safety, Judiciary, and Homeland Security called to order 11:03. All right. Roll call. You can mark your present on the tablet, please. I think they're working.
Commissioner Wilson. Commissioner Peterson-Mayberry. Commissioner Clemente has requested an excuse. Commissioner Dobb.
Here.
Chair Garza.
Here.
You have a quorum present.
Thank you. Next item, please.
B, chair's remarks.
Thank you. I'm going to just make a general comment. I probably should have actually started with this when I became chair of the committee, but I wanted to just remind the departments, all departments who do business with our committee directly, to just be cognizant of the deadlines for getting items on the committee's agenda. I know that I prefer as a chair to make sure that items are submitted timely. I want to make sure that folks know I do not like doing addendas for the committee, as it doesn't give sufficient times for our committee members to review items. So that is my preference as a chair of this committee. So if there are items that are emergent or become an emergency that may require an addenda, those will be evaluated as they come in. But back when I was the council president in Taylor, now that I'm the chair of this committee, I do not like putting items at the last minute in front of members that do not have enough time to vet items before they vote on them. So I want to make that clear for everyone to make sure that you're getting items in a timely manner. We know the deadlines, and addendas will be rare in this committee because we need to make sure that we're adhering to deadlines when they come up. So just want to make sure that that's stated as we go forward. Thank you. Next item, please.
C, approval of the August 13, 2025 meeting minutes.
Thank you. We have a motion by Commissioner Wilson, supported by Commissioner Dow. Please vote on your tablets.
You want to do a voice vote or a roll call?
Voice vote. I'm sorry. All those in favor say yes. Aye. All right. All opposed. All right. Motion carries. Next item, please.
D, unfinished business. There is none listed.
Next item, please.
Item 1, under new business, requesting commission approval of retroactive amendment 7 to a 5-year software license equipment and services contract with a 1-year option to renew with Tyler Technologies to amend the scope of services to add cloud hosting services and increase the number of licenses for the electronic cash crash reports through a service as a software agreement for the sheriff's office.
All right. We'll have the sheriff's office come up.
Morning, Commissioners. Benita Terry, Chief of Administration for the Sheriff's Office.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sergeant Britton Foreman with Sheriff's Office.
Excellent. Good morning.
So we come before you this morning to request your review and approval of amendment number 7 for Tyler Technologies. Is our hosting service, provides our jail management system. We are looking, this is amendment number 7. And the amount is $1,836,000. It's $369, and 11 cents. And as it relates to all of the technical piece, I will let Sergeant Britt Foreman speak on that.
So I'm sure you all remember the cyber incidents that we had, and this increase in prices directly related to that cyber incident. I was the lead law enforcement investigator during that incident for the Wayne County, and moving our systems to an AWS platform with Tyler Tech, it's going to alleviate the issues that we had in the jails with inmate funds, inmate transfers, medical care, everything else. If that event were to happen again, it's going to segment that piece more or less, kind of like how we have the election piece. It's going to segment it off. So if something did happen again, which DOIT has greatly improved the hardening of the county infrastructure and everything else, It's going to alleviate the litigation and liability for the county with directly related to inmate care and costs within the jail. And also what it's going to do is, for the first time in the sheriff's office history, it's going to give us the ability to have road patrol deputies to directly see what is going on in the jail, incidents in the jail. This way, if they pull somebody over in the street, they get to see that history that they've had in the jail, any medical issues that they had, any suicidal issues that they've had. And it's also going to bring us up in line with the state of Michigan. They no longer accept paper UD10 crash reports or tickets. We are the second agency in the state of Michigan, only other than one up in the Upper Peninsula, that still does paper crash reports and paper tickets. So this is going to give us the functionality to be able to come in compliance with the state of Michigan with submitting everything electronically to the state and be able to get off of the paper redundancy and be able to have a complete system from jail to the outside and everything talk to each other, as opposed to being segmented and not being able to see critical officer safety things that they need to see in the streets and vice versa in the jails.
Any questions for commissioners? Commissioner Peterson Mayberry.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Through the chair, I did have one question. So this is exciting to see that we're moving into the 21st century with a lot of these. My one question was around the company, Tyler. So a lot of the answers to some of the questions that were raised were that the company is not interested in being accommodating in some of these ways. And these were raised by our legal team, to my understanding. But I wanted to make sure that as we're trying to protect the county, if these are things that we still need to be negotiating so that the county is protected, despite the tenure of the relationship, and despite the fact that some things have never been done before. So we just want to make sure if we're proactive, then we're covering ourselves and girding ourselves in that protection. So are there still negotiating opportunities for some of these things where we're talking about protecting ourselves as a county, or what we have in front of us is what Tyler is saying that they are going to do and no more, no less?
So what do you mean specifically
Okay.
protecting the county? Like, what are you specifically?
Yep, let me bring up all of those. And Miss Felicia, I'm not sure if it was your team, but it was around liquidating damages. There was one around contractors' liability capping under modifications. There were several where the response back was that Tyler was unwilling to accept amounts exceeding the fees paid on several of these, and there was questions as it relates to the protection of the county. There was also those that were around, and let me find out in particular which one it was. Go ahead,
Commission
Felicia.
Counsel.
Yeah.
Through the chair to this honorable body, so with regards to liquidated damages and the contractor language indicating that they cap their liability, so if something happens, that the county would not be able to recoup. They limit the amount of money the county would potentially be able to recoup if there were an incident where, let's say, the services were not available when something were to happen. So these are questions that we ask that you all answer. And I'll say this for the benefit of the commission, it's not uncommon with technology companies to see where they try to cap their liability. We've actually seen that in several contracts. So I will say for the record that Tyler is not unique in that sense. The liquidated damages is a little different, as far as, if the system is not available, because you can't necessarily quantify, in my understanding, the impact that would have to the department, right? Because the system wouldn't be available, and Tyler's ability to make sure that system is available. And if it's not, our ability to go back and recoup some costs from them as a result of that. That's why you have liquidated damages in contracts like this, but it's not included in this one. So the commissioners just, referring to those two.
So I will say, as far as uptime with the system, going to the AWS platform, AWS guarantees 99.8% uptime. And also with that AWS, we have a redundancy built on the East Coast of the United States, to where if one AWS system's out, it fails back to the other AWS point. Now, there is an upgraded version that's a lot more expensive where it goes East and West Coast, and that availability goes to 99.9% redundancy availability. So what that means is 99.9% of the time throughout the year, your system will be up and operational, right? It's almost 100. They can't guarantee 100%, right? So what that means is if the East Coast is down, it would fail to the West Coast. If the West Coast is down, it would fail over to the East Coast. So that's that double redundancy. We didn't go that route just because the sheer cost of it. I feel 99.8% redundancy on the East Coast is more than sufficient. I've never seen the entire East Coast go out, especially with the AWS platform. So as far as the uptime, I'm very confident we're going to be there. The main issue of the uptime is what happened during the cyber incident, right? We were down for quite some time, and we were down for quite some time because those systems were on-prem. And I don't want to kind of go into everything else with that, but that's why that happened, because of that issue. This way gets us away from that and gives us that guarantee of that 99.8%. And then if something were to happen, it's just a simple crush of the cloud and a rebuild of the data.
To that point, based on, we'll say, your expertise in this guarantee of the 98%, that hopefully the liquidated damages wouldn't even become an issue.
Yeah, and I will say for the record too, we've had Tyler Tech since 2014 in the sheriff's office, and they've been a great partner. In fact, when that cyber incident happened, we lost one of our servers. They actually came in and rebuilt it for us for free. They could have charged us because it wasn't within the scope of work, but they understood the emergency of it. So they came in, they rebuilt it, and they triaged a bunch of stuff with me on the server. Didn't charge us, didn't give us any issues. It was actually overnight that they did it. So they're, as far as the Tyler technologies that we have, they're been great, awesome. Obviously, they're a big company, so you might be seeing a different Tyler that ROD had. That's a totally different software, totally different platform than the correction aspect that we have and the public safety aspect that we have.
Appreciate the explanation. Thank you. I didn't see that information here, but that's helpful. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Wilson?
Thank you, Brother Chair. I'm acting like I'm at a union meeting. Sorry, I don't mean to say Brother Chair. I say Brother Chair, right? Yes, a union meeting. Mr. Chair, or Alex Geiser, Chairman, however it goes. But just a quick inquiry. This appears to be something that's modern, if you will, keeping up with the times.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. And so I just want to know how many, if you know off the top of your head, how many other departments across the country institute this type of technology? I mean, are we that far behind? We need to catch up, or are we in the middle of the pack? How many other?
We are extremely behind.
Oh, so we are.
We've been behind. Again, to go back, we're one of 2 agencies in the state of Michigan that still does paper UD10 crash reports and still does
I wasn't
paper
aware.
tickets.
This is good information.
Yeah, and as far as nationwide, there is a great amount of people on this software from Dallas. The state police just went with Tyler Technologies for the MSP squad cars.
Right.
I don't believe they went with the LERMs yet, but I do know that they went with the CAD. Macomb County has their CAD.
Gotcha.
There's a lot nationwide. There's a lot of people on this platform, and this does finally get us invested in the 21st century and brings us up to that standard to where we're not in the dark ages and we're not putting, stuff in Word reports and then we can't share it and then we can't get the data. This brings us to a cohesive 21st century
Gotcha.
modern police law enforcement records management software suite that we've never had.
Okay. So follow up a question. I haven't gotten a ticket in quite some time. So you mentioned paper. Is this, you said you want to eliminate all the paper?
Yes, this would be
I
electronic.
know I paid stuff, direct deposit, comes right out of my account and all that type of stuff. Would this mean the tickets will come right out of your account, or you said
No, the
something
tickets
like that?
So
In case I get in trouble again, I can just say I'll charge it to the credit card.
No, instead of handwriting a ticket, you can't read it. And when you handwrite a ticket, sometimes it takes 10 to 15 minutes, right?
Yeah.
That we're writing a ticket and then that citizen's waiting on the side of the road and the officer's waiting on.
Sweating, by the way.
It's sweating,
Okay,
right?
Yeah.
This way, it takes it from 10 to 15 minutes and it brings it down to, you could, with this software, once you get used to it,
Mhm.
you could really get a ticket out in a minute.
Wow. That means they can write more tickets, huh?
Yes,
Okay.
which is not what we want to do.
All right.
We're for education, not
Thank you.
tickets.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate the explanation. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Garza.
Any additional questions from commissioners? All right, thank you both. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you.
we'll entertain a motion for this item. All right, we have a motion by Commissioner Peterson Mayberry, supported by Commissioner Wilson. All right, we do a vote. So we're good. Oh, yeah, it's not working. Okay, all right. We will, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Those opposed? All right, motion carries. Next item, please.
F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
All right, believe we have Mr. Tony Guerrero has an introduction for. Yeah, yes, absolutely. Oh, at the table? It's not working, yeah. At the table, thank you. Oh, did you?
Well, good morning still.
Morning.
Tony Guerrero, Chief of Legislation, Grants and Community Relations for Prosecutor Kim Worthy. It's my pleasure today to introduce to you Carmen Farmer, who has come on board. She is going to be involved in community policing and hopefully putting a whole program together where we can divert more low-level offenders into a diversion program as opposed to the cost of incarceration. With that, this is Carmen.
Welcome.
Hi, hello everyone. Thank you for having me. Again, my name is Carmen Farmer. I will be serving as Executive Project Manager for Prosecutor Kim Worthy. My goal would be to establish 3 community courts for Wayne County. And I'll be looking to engage community members to onboard them to provide alternative sentencing and sentencing and social service sanctions for low-level criminal offenders. One of my primary goals for the next few weeks will be to establish a coalition to onboard people from a range of backgrounds, just to invite them to listening sessions and informational sessions, just so I can get their opinions on community court and to hear what they feel would be needed to make the project a success. So I look forward to partnering with you guys and getting to know everyone.
And as you know, this is a program that is instituted by the prosecutor. She's always, in my opinion, 5 years ahead of everybody else.
Yes.
But we're very, very glad to have Carmen on board. I got really lucky because they gave her the office across the hall from me. Thank you. Thank you all for your patience.
Thank you both, and we look forward to your work on the community courts. Thank you.
Carmen, you wouldn't have to be a lawyer, would you?
No.
Oh, you know? Okay, I thought that's all Tony hanging around with.
Thank you and welcome. All right, next item, please.
G, public comments.
All right, if there's anyone online who'd like to make a public comment, please unmute and do so at this time. Okay, are there any emails received?
No emails have been received.
All right, if there's anyone in the chamber itself who would like to make a public comment, please do so come up at this time. Is there anyone interested parties for public comment? All right, going once, twice. Public comments are now closed. Next item, please.
Adjournment.
All right, we have a motion to adjourn by Commissioner Dobbs, supported by Commissioner Wilson. We are now adjourned at 11:22. Here.